What's going on YouTube? It's Ron, or it's DailyRon here. And this is an honest, what I wish I knew before becoming a pilot. Okay, look, man, this is 2025 right now. I have my private pilot's license, working on my instrument. And this is just my journey so far because it's been a journey and it's going to be an everlasting journey. So before you get into flying, before you get into aviation, period, you know what I mean? Especially flying, really flying, here's just what you should know, or just from my experience, because this might be able to help you. It might not help you, might be in different circumstance, but this is just my journey so far. Okay. So, man, where do I begin? Okay. Not gonna lie, man, this flying or the journey, it's been hard. It's been hard. It's been a journey for sure. So I started, all the way back in 2020, COVID, you know what I mean? Since COVID started, that's when I really started my flight journey. Now I'm in college for it. I started school back in 2019, and I know it's been 6 years. It's 2025, and I still have not graduated. Here's the reason why, right? So at my school, you can't graduate until you finish all your flight training. Now, you might be like, well, how long did it take to finish your flight training? It usually only takes, to be honest, if you do everything super duper quick, you can probably get it done, all of it, within a year. Flight training, from private to commercial. You can get all that done in a year, okay? Now, once again, that is other factors that play into that. You have to have all the money to start that, right? So I don't come from a lot of money, so I'm financing this out of pocket and with some loans. Not probably the best way to do it, but we're here, okay? So yeah, started back in 2019. It's been a pretty good experience, not gonna lie, right? Like I said, the COVID really didn't stop anything, kind of did, but yeah, did all my classes, went through my ground school, did my private ground school, passed everything, cool, right? Started flying, like I said, back in 2020. First solo, and I'm gonna put some pictures and probably some videos and stuff so you guys can see, right? So flying is super duper fun, not gonna lie. It's probably the best experience ever. To me, because you just a feeling of freedom, okay? So that's one cool thing about it. And a lot of people don't understand, and it's on the tougher side, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've been flying since 2020, you know what I mean? I haven't graduated yet, I'm in school, right? This career path can be one of the best and one of the worst things ever, okay? For example, it's the best because, you get to call yourself a pilot at the end of the day. I have my license and stuff I can show you guys. But, that's the glory part of it. But what people don't understand is what it takes to get there. It's been the most mentally draining thing of my life. You know what I mean? Because not because of just, oh my gosh, I don't know. Not just because of, just the flying or, how it takes to get there. But it's it's the constant pressure of just, I don't know, not society, but just of myself, because y'all, I've been doing this for 6 years. Granted, COVID, take 2 years of that away, right? For 4 more years, and I'm not even in my second part of my training. So it's crazy. It really is crazy out here. And this is a raw, uncut video, by the way. I'm not, it's just what it is. It's just really what it is. And yeah, it's very mentally and emotionally draining. It's been times that's why am I doing this? I'm spending all this money, you know what I mean? And I haven't really got much to show for it. Sure, I can find my friends, my family around. Cool. But I'm not here making money yet. I can't, talking to YouTube, I'm not making any money from YouTube. You know what I mean? This is for y'all, to help y'all out. So I don't know, y'all. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a journey. But part of the journey is you just can't quit. To me, I was sure, I've been doing this such and such time, but it's one of the things I just really, really want to do. Now, if I become a million, listen, y'all. If I become a millionaire before I get my commercial license, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna go through commercial. I'm gonna finish my instrument though. You gotta finish, but I don't think I'll do commercial. You know what I mean? Or I might finish it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably finish it, but I wouldn't do airlines or nothing. I'll just fly for fun, or fly charter or something like that, because there's really not a need to do it. But I love flying. That's not the point. I love flying, right? So another, it's I'm skipping parts, right? But a misconception, but what people think about flying. So right now, I'm at about I don't know. I think I'm at like 103 hours, right? I just hit 100 hours. I know in like 6 years, it's crazy. But yeah, I just hit like over 100 hours. And one thing to tell you guys, flight hours does not equal the skill. Okay, now listen. Now, me, I consider myself a a pretty good pilot. I fly better than some commercial guys. Okay, probably than like 85% commercial guys. But this does not, for me, this isn't in general. Your flight hours does not equal skill. I know I got a buddy, right? He's at probably like 180 hours. You know what I mean? And, you know, he has some incidents where stuff would happen with the plane, stuff like that. We're not going to say what. But like I said, your flight hours don't equal your skill level, okay? You can be in hour number 10 and be pretty good at somebody that's at hour number 50, you know, a lot better than them. It's not about that. It's really all what you know mentally in your head. And it's just like how quickly you grasp the subject. Now, if you're somebody that, you know, takes longer, like to grab something, they're not gonna lie, flying, this journey is gonna be a lot more expensive for you, buddy, okay? Like, because you got to keep repeating the lessons, and it's a whole much more that goes into that. Compared to the person, you know, that gets it super quick, you know? So just be prepared for that. If you're somebody that, like, you know, takes a little bit longer to, like, to grasp the subject or to, like, you know, to really, like, nail something, like, good. You know, everybody's not perfect, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, if it takes you a little bit longer, then, you know, just be prepared to spend a little bit more money because, you know, you're going to have to keep repeating lessons, you know, till you get it. But don't be discouraged because, like I said, you know, everybody, they learn stuff at different rates. So don't even think about it like that, okay? Another thing, right? I want to touch a little bit on the ground school. Now, the ground school, like, so once again, it can be good or it can be bad, okay? For me, the ground school is no joke. Like, I'm not gonna say it wasn't hard, but to me, I'm the type of person that I just want to, like, get to it. You know what I mean? So ground school is very slow. Like, they teach you everything, how to do this, how to do that. And it's really just knowledge-based stuff. Really not about how you fly the plane. It's just knowledge, weather, airspace, traffic, you know, like communication, how you know just different factors of the human body, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's a long and lengthy process, okay? But you got to appreciate at the end of the day because, like, this is a new skill that you're learning. And, you know, I appreciate my ground school. It was super boring, though. You know, like, flying and ground school is two totally different things. But you can't do one without the other. I guess you can kind of fly. But you can't do one without the other, you know what I mean? You got to go through both. So it is a process, okay? It is a process, right? Now, one thing, like, if you're not going through university or, like, if you're not going to university, you're doing, like, the private route, right? Make sure you find a good, this is for university people too. Make sure you find a good instructor, okay? The right CFI means everything. And now, once again, I've been blessed so far in my flight training that all my flight instructors, besides one, we're not going to name drop, besides one, you know, has been phenomenal, okay? Now, the right instructor will boost your experience times 10, okay? Now, once again, pretty much all instructors, they're very knowledgeable of what they're doing, right? Because they're instructors. Okay, cool. But you gotta have somebody that kind of, not gonna lie, kind of meets your personality too, right? Because if you're learning something, you know what I mean, and somebody, you know, like I said, different people respond to different things, and somebody that's constantly yelling at you, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You might not be as receptive as to somebody like, okay, listen, this is what you did wrong. Here's how you fix it. You know, this is what you can do to better get this, to like get this outcome. You know what I mean? So find the right person is key. It is key. Now listen, you can switch your instructor 100 times over, okay? It's not you, you know what I mean? It's, you know, you just gotta find somebody that works with you to, you know, help you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're there to learn, right? You can't learn in an unlearnable environment, if that really makes sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, picking the right instructor is key, because if not, once again, you can waste a lot of money. Some instructors don't care about your time. You know, it's just a thing, right? So picking the right instructor is key. Not gonna lie, okay? Something else I gotta say, like, and this is really important to me, right? Your routine, okay? And not just like your flight routine, everything like that. Okay? Everything is a routine, but this your daily routine. It is important, okay? Because as pilots, you can either be super laid back, right? Or you can be super on your stuff, okay? And I want to be that person that's like not even on my stuff, ahead of my stuff, okay? Because here's the reason why, right? Now, like I said, as a pilot, or really as in any profession, let's just like Somebody that's like just sleeps in bed all day, which is a professional. You're a professional bed tester. Sign me up. But yeah, no, routine is important because from like daily routine, like from the morning you wake up to the morning you step on that plane, right? Everything you do before that is super important. Your sleep is super important. What you eat is super important, right? You gotta take care of your body. For everybody that's like over 21, you know, people, they like to have drinks. Okay, cool, you know. People, you know, it's okay to have a drink every once in a while. Yeah, there's a key. 8 hours, bottle the throttle. Now, if you know you're a heavy drinker, and there's this, you know, there's this saying that all pilots are heavy drinkers, and that's true. I'm not. But, you know, it's 8 hours, bottle the throttle. So if you know you can't, you know, you go without a drink or two a day, you shouldn't be flying, buddy. You just shouldn't be flying. So that's one of those things, okay? And not even for this like airlines nuts, and just like privately, because you gotta remember, you're up there by yourself most of the time. You know what I mean? You're flying around just like all the not I want to say single, but all the private pilots. You know what I mean? You're up there by yourself. You're flying around, and you have a drink. That's gonna impair your judgment. Now, even the smallest of the smallest, right? Because I'll put this in perspective of drinking and driving. Okay. Let's just say you're driving and, you know, normally red light, brake, okay? Now, you know, you have a drink, red light, brake. You know what I mean? I was like, it's a split second. That's life or death. In flying, that's life or death. Okay, if you miss something, I'm like, it's over it. It's over it, okay? But no, y'all. Like flying, it's worth it. It's worth it. Now, if you want to become a pilot, if you want to do everything, 100%, it is definitely worth it, okay? If you want to go through airlines, charters, anything like that, it is it's 1,000,000% worth it. Here's the reason why, right? Yo, besides just the title and everything like that, yo, it's honestly just super amazing, right? You get to travel the world, you get to see things from this different perspective, literally, like you're flying over the ground at like from 2,000 to like 60,000 feet, you know what I mean? Like it's just, the possibilities are endless. It's just awesome. The people that you can meet, the things that you can do, like flying is super awesome. Now, this is a super expensive career. That's why there's a pilot shortage, a whole bunch of this aviation shortages in general. It is super expensive. If you want to help me fund my flight training, I'm gonna put my Cash App down below. It's gonna be like right here because I need money. I need money. But you know, it is super expensive, and if you can afford it, go ahead and do it. Now, if you want to take out the loan route, once again, go ahead and do it because once you get done, it's going to pay you back. Just like that. Sign-on bonuses is crazy. Regionals, they start to feel like 80,000 in the regionals, which is absolutely insane. So if you're afraid to take out loan stuff like that, don't be, man. Look, if you invest into this, you go 100% or just don't do it at all. Like right now, I'm invested 100%, and it's been good. I haven't made any money from it, but yeah, like I said, it's been amazing. So if you have any like aviation questions, I mean, just comment them down below. I'll be happy to answer anything. Okay, from schools to scholarships, which I haven't gotten any scholarships, so don't ask me that because I really don't know. Like I said, Cash App right here. You can. That's my scholarship right there. But yeah. Any other questions like how to get through different stuff? My first solo, like I'll drop a whole bunch of aviation content. I have a whole bunch of different stories to tell you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for just sitting here and listening to me. Like if you made it this far, you know, like, comment, subscribe, of course. But yeah, just let me know what you want to see. But it's a journey, right? We're here for the journey. It's a journey. So, like I said, that's really all I got, y'all. DailyRon is out. Peace.